Hey, hey.
Hello.
What have you been up to there, Chief? Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while, of course. I mean, we're seeing each other. We just haven't been behind the camera much.
Yeah.
We've been traveling a little bit, but I've been busy at home either building this or looking after my son. So yeah, it's good to be back. It's good to be behind the camera.
That's the new team driver.
Young. We start him young.
We see.
He's 5 months old. Yeah. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
So I've subliminally put GCM stickers in his
on his eyelids,
on his toys and stuff. So.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, actually, I'm kind of excited when he actually realizes what's in my basement, all the goodness.
Oh boy,
he'll go nuts. There'll be a few pieces I'll be like, don't touch that, but
yeah,
it'll be hard to resist.
Build a wall.
Yeah.
Put a door on it.
So we're doing a VBlog, just getting caught up.
Yeah.
Just talking about the latest, greatest happenings here at GCM and what we're building and what we've been working on and what's new and so on and so forth. So what's new?
Well, you know, it's kind of we keep going back to building like iconic trucks. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like you're working on an XJ right now. It's like the '90s iconic off-road grocery getter.
Mm-hmm. I had one. I had a '94. So,
yeah. It's just, I mean, that's great. I wheeled the Bronco at Rockz N Shockz recently. You were there with the Orange Crush too. We had a lot of fun over there.
Let's talk about that for a minute because that was a pretty special event. I didn't know what I was getting into when we went. I knew it was an indoor course, but I was wowed with the course and the presentation and all the people that showed up.
Big crowd. I think there was over 50. I don't know what the actual numbers were, but when we registered, I think we got numbers like 40, in the high 40s, and there was a bunch of people after us in line. So that's a bunch of guys.
Yeah, it was packed when we showed up. There was no parking.
Yeah, that's true. There was no parking.
So really good shout out to Dave and Rockz N Shockz, which is out our way. It's about 3.5 hours away, near Toronto, Oshawa.
In Oshawa.
And he's got an indoor venue, so he's got a drifting course. And he's got...
Very nicely done, too, with diorama and everything. Yeah,
and then he's got the trail riding course, or trail truck course.
And sled pull.
And a sled pull.
And the truck pull, too.
And you know, he went out and he did a really good job, especially with the indoor trail truck course. He's got some sprayed cement down, lots of diorama, lots of different routes you can take, some hard, some easy. Really, really well done. I was impressed.
And this is dirt left over from the indoor course. The course is not completely dry and whatever. No. It was dusty and awkward in a whole bunch of spots, and I thought it was really well done.
Yeah, I was really pleased.
Yeah.
And you know what we don't normally do, and this might have been even the first time for me personally, was a team event.
That's so much fun.
I really enjoyed it, to be honest.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
To work together as a team and to get through tough spots and use all of the equipment that are on the trucks. Yeah. I really enjoyed that. It was really fun.
At one point in the course, there's this huge tunnel that looks like it's probably like 16 inches around or something, and you can drive through it or over it.
Right.
And we got the trucks up and over there with the tow strap between the two of them. So you get one truck over, and then the truck that's on the way down pulls the other truck up, but the counterweight keeps the other one from flipping over. It's like the coolest team. The team thing was so cool.
I think we should do a little more of that in future events. So I really enjoyed the team event. I really enjoyed the company, and the whole experience was number one for sure. And I would love to go back, support Dave and his crew, really, really good environment.
So we do get some wheel time in here, even though the snow flies up in Canada. We got some indoor wheel time, and that was really exciting. I guess you've been working hard on this project.
Yeah, so this is my latest sort of project. I was lucky enough to get one of these Korean. I don't know, where is this guy? Where is he producing?
I have no idea.
It's the plastic XJ Cherokee body, as we know, and I was lucky enough to get one. Yeah, it's a fun build. It's not going to be copper, by the way. It's going to eventually be black. And I'm putting it on one of our Cross Canyon chassis, which I really like, especially if I'm going coils all the way around and long travel. It's a really good chassis for that, so I'm really pleased to do a Cross Canyon with the XJ. They're a good match. They're a really good match. With that, some of the latest Pitbull tires on this, really nice. I'm happy to wheel these eventually. So yeah, this is the big winter project for myself. That's keeping me busy when I can.
It's really cool to see the trucks kind of halfway through.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
It's neat.
It is.
Like you've got it all covered up there, like you're half done, but it's like chassis cover. It's like all the important stuff is now boxed in, so that you can actually do all the detail work.
Yeah, this is the start of the interior for me. It looks rough now, but when it's done, it should be a nice piece.
I believe that.
With this, we've got Ryan's interior kit.
R3 Designs.
Yeah.
Ryan Luna 3D printed stuff.
Yeah, and his 3D kit with married to the XJ frame and body and everything is it's awesome. Again, there's so many people that we associate with where you can get different bits and pieces and put them all together, and man, can we build some awesome trucks now. It's really great.
It's nice to see the community specializing in something, you know, like Ryan's got this 3D interior for just for the XJ. That's just a plug and play basically. And that's so important to get the project moving. Yeah, for sure. You have any special builds that you're working on? I know you probably have about 100. Steven and I have been doing tons of C-Max trucks these days, so I'm working on this one here, which is the Baja Blazer. There's a little bit to finish up on that, and I'm tweaking the inner fenders right now, so we can end up with a Blazer C-Max inner fender part number, an actual drop-in part. So I think in my builds they kind of get slow because instead of me just building something that I know will function and work and then I can wheel it for a year or 2 or 3, I have to try to invent a product that I can remake and try to offer to the rest of the community. So that kind of slows my builds down. But I guess that's where Steven comes in, because he ends up working hard on all the chassis stuff and doing all the assemblies and setups and things, like for this brand new Blazer that we just got painted from Andy. And so that truck will be put together in a moment. And the nice part about that is, you know, we'll have these beautiful show trucks and then trucks that we drive all the time. You know, and so I think it's a great match for me. You know, you've got your show trucks too, you know. Yeah.
I mean, we certainly have, but we tend to wheel a lot of them.
We do.
We test.
We do.
We drive. I mean, the things that we end up producing and putting out there, I've seen a lot of daytime and trail time. That's for sure.
It's true.
Yeah.
And I do plan to wheel my Baja Blazer.
Yeah, for sure.
It'll get lots of scratches.
And of course, this is early December, and we just had the release of the C-Max. For those who are following, and that seems to be an accessible release, and the chassis are getting out there, so there should be a lot of interesting builds with that chassis. It's very versatile. Love that chassis.
I think so, yeah.
And seeing them go out the door now, I'm excited for you guys to put some awesome truck bodies on top of those.
Show them off.
Yeah, you betcha.
Probably by the time you see this video, you might even have a C-Max already, and you're sticking it on some new project. So post a link in the comments on YouTube so we can get the information and go look at your stuff, what you're doing with it. We want to see what you're doing.
Just going back to this is quite a special rig behind our shoulders there. That amazing color mustard combination there. It's a special build. Sorry. So the one chassis is going to end up being underneath that.
So this is going to be our all stock Blazer build that we're going to stick on top of a C-Max with our TM8 axle housings. And you know, we really wanted to get some super pro level paint going on. So I had Andy do this. He's a prize-winning painter, and besides being a prize-winning painter, he's also going to be a speaker at Ultimate Scale Truck Expo.
Right.
Which is in March, and everybody needs to go see that and then come talk to Andy.
Yeah, and that's real automotive paint, if I'm not...
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah,
that's the real thing.
color, yeah.
It's the actual real Chevy color, too, like where there's no cutting corners here. It's the real thing. So that was important to me. You know, for us to have a really nice show, C-Max, we'll put a nice V8 motor in there and really build it up as nice as we can, and then we'll be able to tour it around next year and show off how easy it is to put a Blazer together.
You touched on the Expo. That's going to be fun. That's March 16th to the 18th.
Yep.
In Florida. For those who can make it, please do. There's been a lot of behind-the-scenes work. It's going to be something special.
The vendor list that's actually going to be present at the Expo is huge. And then there's another stack of sponsors on top of that that wanted to be involved in some level, and so we have a lot of stuff going on at the Expo.
Yeah, a lot of big players.
Pretty cool.
A lot of tiny trucks are going to be there. It's going to be something to see. The realism and the scaleness will be through the roof there, for sure.
So I think when we go to the Expo, I'm expecting to see tons of new products, a lot of fantastic people doing lots of builds. There's a huge gallery. GCM's actually going to sponsor the gallery there, so we'll be giving out awards for beautiful trucks. And bring what you've got and show it off. And of course, there's I think there's thousands of trail gates. Like there's 7 or 12 or so, I forget how many trails. There's so many trails that will be groomed and set up for really good scale trucking. Should be an excellent match for the Expo.
Yeah, for sure. So that's something to put on your calendars for 2017.
Totally.
Florida, here we come, and especially in March in Florida. Like, can you go wrong? No.
It should be great weather.
Yeah, for sure. Anything else going on?
Let's see. We're trying to do a bunch of new interesting conversions. We have an SCX2 RTR motor conversion that we're finishing the research on to get that product out.
That I'm looking forward to.
I'm looking forward to that too. And you know, there was at the beginning when the SCX2 came out, I was actually kind of ticked off that they hadn't made a really completely new truck. But because it isn't completely new, what that means is our new SCX2 conversion will also drop right into the SCX1.
Great.
And so now I'm actually really happy about it.
You know, and there's a lot of those SCX2s that are showing up now. I mean, of course it's axial, right? So everyone needs or wants one, including myself. But as we go to these events and stuff, they are a nice little rig, and they perform quite well.
The trucks are incredible.
So if we can add our goodness to it, I think it'll bring it to the next level. I'm excited for the motor forward design on that.
Yeah, that'll be really clean, and it'll give tons of interior room.
And again, I go back to I mean, I have an SCX2 now, and I'm planning out, and I want to do some work to it. But that transmission and motor, right where it sits in the center of the chassis, really limits a lot of what I want to do with it. So that should be something that we should work on and make sure happens in the near future.
So the SCX2 kit, which has the big rearward mounted tranny, there's already a flip conversion for that from Bauhaus RC. You can pick that up on Shapeways.
Right.
And so the kit that we're doing is specific to the SCX2 RTR version. So the 3-gear tranny now has a new placement. It's different than we did in the original version because we wanted to keep the servo position and the panhard and all that stuff on the SCX2. That's really good stuff. So we got a new design.
One of the things I really appreciate about GCM and the industry is there's always these new platforms or new trucks coming out, and here at GCM we're always sort of proactive, trying to come up with complements to a lot of these things, and then getting ideas and making our own chassis or parts or bits from it, or you know. And I really appreciate the fact that there's always new things and there's always something going on. We're never stagnant here at GCM. We're always working on the latest and greatest. And so this SCX2 introduction, 2017 GCM should be interesting. course, the C-Max is another one. The TM8 axles. There's lots going on.
Yeah.
Exciting times here at GCM.
Can you pass me the SCX2 axle right
Yeah, for sure.
So one of the things that we did is we've got on our Shapeways store now called GCM Racing, we've got coil bucket conversions for SCX2 axles, and these bolt on instead of the link plate, the link mount, so you can actually use a coil spring and drop that right into a C-Max. That just makes an SCX2 axle a new option for C-Max, and they drop right in, and you can use them in leaf or link. We have brackets for both.
Amazing. Amazing stuff.
I'm so happy that Axial did the homework on these and created these great axle housings, because actually for us they're really easy to do mods on. And they're super tough and they look nice. Great gearing.
And that's on Shapeways, you said?
Yep, on our Shapeways store.
Yeah, what a nice thing to have that too, right? The Shapeways option, where you can go and get these bits printed at a high level, really crisp, really
incredible.
Nice, good strength.
Yeah, they're really tough.
Yeah, they truly are. So that's a nice addition.
Yeah,
you bet.
For sure.
Yeah. So I'm going to be probably looking after my son and in the basement working on some awesome rigs throughout the course of our what we call our build season, because we tend to be covered in snow out here. So should be a fun winter for myself doing that kind of stuff. I'm looking forward to a lot of build time.
So I have to finish up my Blazer builds.
Okay.
That's next for me. And I have some really cool collaborations coming up with Tim doing a D110 body.
Nice.
So we're doing a D110 C-Max collaboration. I'm looking forward to that.
Good.
The chassis is already built at this end, and Tim's going to build a couple of bodies with some special paint that he won't tell me about. I don't know why I love that so much. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Tim is from VS Customs. You'll find him on Instagram and everywhere else, and he's the fellow who turned my '49 Chevy into a rust bucket.
Yeah.
Super,
in a good way.
Super high-end detail painter. He's got an artistic flair that I can't even come close to matching, and so I'm so glad we're doing this. That'll be great.
So we're almost at the end of 2016. Did you have a good year?
I enjoyed 2016. We met a lot of new people, and we got to visit some of the same places. We went to Scale Jamboree in Quebec City. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We started doing adventure series in Uwharrie National Forest in North Carolina in 2016. That was lots of fun. And we'll be doing more of that again in 2017. So I think we have a great year coming up of tiny trucking with a bunch of new chassis and bodies and events. It should be lots of fun. Yeah,
so stay tuned. 2017, another exciting year, as you say, for GCM. If you're local, if you're around the Toronto area, go to Rockz N Shockz. Great place there. Great indoor, especially if because we have snow. It's a good opportunity to send your rig and have some fun out there for sure.
And if you're still watching, we're going to give you a bit of a tour of Rockz N Shockz indoor course right now.
You betcha. Enjoy.
Thanks for watching.
Take care.
So we're over here at Rockz N Shockz Indoor RC Park. Look at that. So they've got 2 courses set up outside and an amazing indoor course. I'm actually standing on the truck pole. This is the truck pole line, and Doug and Adam are just giving her here on this crazy hill. We'll see how they do. The Dodge is up. I see a traction reaction happening right there in the back.
Very, very nice. Coming right back.
Oh yeah.
No, Blackberry 2D. Sorry, here's mine. Blackberry 2D.
Whoa. Working hard to get through this side. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. Whoa, that is crazy.
You want to place me back up there? What do you want to do?
That's the one. Whoa, there it is.
Oh, watch out there.
Bonkers. That is hard right there. You got it. These beautiful trucks. Oh man. Woo, look at that thing.
Down King Street.
We're here, finally. Yeah, I'm trying to. It's hard.
Oh, yeah, of course. Exactly. I wanted to ask
Oh baby. Oh yeah. Woo. That was friggin' awesome.